Good morning, children. How are you? I hope all are fine. Today we are going to see another important topic, a part of history, that is life in towns and villages. The present topic is not present, that means the life, which type of life you find in villages and towns at present, that is not. The life how it was during 6th century BCE. 6th century BCE. That means before common era. Before common era. See, the changes are the urbanization which actually take place here, that is the second stage of urbanization. Second phase of urbanization. What it is? A second phase of urbanization. See, here a term is written. What is urbanization? In a simple way, how do you define urbanization? Urbanization is nothing but the process of development of towns and cities. How do we define urbanization? The process of development of towns and cities is called urbanization. That means what? The number of people should increase in towns and cities. The population in towns and cities should increase. That process is called urbanization. Understood? Now, what we find in the 6th century BCE? What I told you, during 6th century BCE, the second phase of urbanization you can see. What is that? The second urbanization. The second urbanization during 6th century BCE. 6th century BCE. See, during 6th century BCE, major changes came, revolutionary changes came in the field of agriculture. So, which type of changes actually took place in case of agriculture? That is, particularly in agriculture, irrigation methods have been changed. Irrigation methods. Irrigation methods. Next, transplanting methods. Transplanting methods. Next, usage of tools. Usage of tools. See, particularly in agriculture, which type of changes actually took place during 6th century BC? In irrigation methods, so many changes took place. Irrigation methods means, that means they began to use wells, canals for cultivation purpose, in order to store the water, in order to supply the water to the fields. They began to use wells and canals. Such changes took place in case of irrigation methods. Next, transplanting methods. Even in order to transplant the plants, particularly in order to grow crops, that means more changes took place in case of transplanting methods also. Next, usage of tools. That means they began to use sharp tools, particularly iron tools, in order to do agriculture. In such a way, so many changes took place in case of agriculture. And because of this, what are the other important changes took place in case of other things? The powerful kingdoms emerged. Powerful kingdoms emerged. Okay. Next, so because of all these changes, what happened? Even the population also increased. Population also increased. So these all changes took place in 6th century BCE. Because of that reason, whenever population increased, in order to have good facilities, more facilities, people began to migrate, people began to move from villages to towns and cities. What this process is called? This process is called urbanization. What this process is called? Urbanization. So this is second phase of urbanization. When was the first phase of urbanization actually took place? The first phase of urbanization took place during Indus Valley civilization. During Indus Valley civilization. So already during Indus Valley civilization, the first phase of urbanization over. And when do we observe the second phase of urbanization? During 6th century BCE, we can observe this kind of urbanization. Which factors led for this urbanization? All these factors led for the development of urbanization. So this is what we have to see in the introduction. Now, how was the life in villages during 6th century BCE? How was the life in villages? See, life in villages. Particularly, all the villages during 6th century BCE comprised different sections of people. Who are those? Their main occupation was agriculture. Who are those? The first important one, the first important one is the large landowners. Small landowners. Next, agricultural laborers. Next, slaves. So whom do you find in villages? Particularly in village, whom do you find? Large landowners, that means the people who had more land, and small landowners, the people who had little land. They don't depend on large landowners and they do their own agriculture. And the agriculture laborers, the people who did not have any kind of land, the people who have to depend on other people for their living. And slaves, their condition was not good and they had to depend completely on the above sections. In this way, every village comprised these kind of people particularly. And next important one, what did they grow? Particularly, they grew, that means every family had, some of the families had some land, agricultural land. They used to grow particularly paddy, wheat, corn, vegetables, fruits. What did they grow? Particularly, they grew paddy, wheat, corn, vegetables, fruits. Who? The farmers who stayed during 6th century BC. In such a way, they had very good agriculture. Now coming to the pasture land. As a part of village itself, we can find a pasture land. What was pasture land? The land which was owned by all the members in the village. That land was completely left for grazing purpose. Which purpose? Grazing purpose. Grazing purpose means what? That is, for particularly whenever cattle is allowed, the cattle can go into the fields and they can, all the cattle can have grass in such a pasture land. So pasture land did not belong to a particular section of the people. The pasture land belonged to the entire village. Cattle is allowed into the pasture land and the cattle can have grass, can eat grass in the pasture land. So that facility is also there, you can find in the village. Understood? Now, how the administration? Particularly in the village, How the administration? The administration in the village was carried by a village head called Grama Bojaka. What was that? The village head was called what? Grama Bojaka. This Grama Bojaka was assisted by a group of people, that is Samiti. Who was Grama Bojaka? Grama Bojaka was the head of the village. Grama Bojaka was assisted by whom? Samiti. Who are the members in the Samiti? The other older people, other people in the village, some respected family, the people who come from respected families, some elders. So these people helped Grama Bojaka in order to carry the administration in the village. And the people, particularly this Grama Bojaka, used to collect the revenue also, used to collect some money also from the farmers. How much it was? That actually varies from 1/6 part to 1/12 part. 1/6 part to 1/12 part. That means approximately if a farmer grows 100 bags of paddy, he has to hand over nearly 16 to 17 bags to the Grama Bojaka. And for example, in case of 1/12 means he has to hand over 8 to 9 bags of produce to whom? Grama Bojaka. In this way, they used to collect the revenue, used to collect some income from the farmers in the village. In such a way, the administration was going on in the village. And another important one, not only these landowners, even you can find some other groups also in the village. Those were weavers, potters, and ironsmiths. Who are the other people? Weavers. Who are the other people? Weavers, potters, and the people who do smithy work. Smithy work means blacksmith, goldsmith, all these people come under that. So in this way, the life in villages was actually going on, particularly during 6th century BC. Now let us see how the life in towns. Okay.